Hello, hello, you guys. I know, go get your mom, Justine. Oh, wait, I see. Dee is here. Woohoo! All right. So today we're going to be talking a little bit about cranberry glass. Can you guys tell? All right. Can you guys hear me? Let me make sure you guys can hear me. Hey, Maria, welcome in. Let me make sure. Yay. Okay, awesome. You guys can hear me. So if you guys want to learn about cranberry glass, I know Mel will really appreciate this. Mel and I have like the same tastes as far as decor pieces. Hey, Sandy. Are you guys excited? We're going to be learning about glass today. Woohoo. I bet Dee is super excited. She's like, finally, something I can totally jive with. So I'm absolutely loving the learning portion, sharing the collection portion, and then selling a little bit at the end. So while I'm talking about this, you're going to grow your reseller knowledge base, but also a collector knowledge base. And then also, you guys can go ahead and pre-bid on some things. If this is completely boring to you, it shouldn't be, but if this is completely boring to you guys, go put your pre-bids in. Put pre-bids on everything. I'm bringing some higher end pieces today as far as jewelry goes. Some fun pieces for everyone. Look at this toy. You guys might have seen my YouTube video where she is like, she's like the one who grinds the corn to make, masa or whatever. Hey, Miss Tracy. So this is a folk art movable toy, which is really fun. I am bringing the frog, and I looked this up. Someone is selling one like this for $75. I'm wondering if this is a lot older than I might have anticipated, and I think it might be an ashtray, so that's really fun. Anyways, in the meantime, let's talk about cranberry glass. Now, if you're new to glass, let me give you a little history of how glass is made, and you guys throw your input in there if you know more than me. But basically, the first remnants of glass that we've discovered came, I think, 4,000 years ago from digging up at some sites in Mesopotamia. So it's pretty old, where humans have started figuring out how to make glass. And a lot of us hear that you melt like sand and things like that and it will make glass. I think that if you actually melt sand itself, it might turn into like tubes and things like that. So you have to mix in other different elements with it to make glass, which is what I understand. I don't think that this is just sand. But yeah, it's like some form of sand and other elements you melt and make glass. And then what's special about cranberry glass and why it's so expensive is because they use gold in the cranberry glass. So something like this, well, let's just look at this little piece right here. Something like this, if you are looking to see if it's actual cranberry glass or flashed, make sure you look on the edges. And you're going to be looking to see if there's any scratches, because sometimes it will be what's called flashed on color. So that's not actually the color of the glass. That is a color on the coating on the outside or the inside of the glass. And that's not something that's going to be collectible. That's going to be way less valuable and actually start scratching way faster. So if you hold up a goblet or a candle holder or something and you start seeing the scratching on the edges, that's not something you want. The valuable stuff is what's called the cranberry glass, and how they make it is they actually use gold in the glass. So things like gold salts or colloidal gold is mixed in with the glass to give it that color. You would never know. It's really interesting. So it's actually really expensive to produce cranberry glass. And I believe it was actually really popular, I think hundreds of years ago. Correct me if I'm wrong, but it was kind of popular hundreds of years ago. But then people stopped making it because it became really expensive. And there was a resurgence of the cranberry glass during the Victorian period. And now we might look at the Victorian pictures, and because they're all black and white and gray, we're like, oh, it's kind of dreary and black and white and gray. But no, Victorians had a lot of colors, and cranberry glass was one of them. So don't be deceived by looking at those older photographs. There actually was a lot of colors and beauty that surrounded them. So it's not just like the Victoria, like Queen Victoria wore black, so everything was black. No, it was where they actually did have a lot of art and beauty. So cranberry glass actually became really popular again. So if you find Victorian cranberry glass, that's going to be the most expensive and the most collectible, and you'll see it. Some of it will be etched Victorian glass, and they have like different applied designs on it. Like this is an applied handle, which means they made the base part first and then they applied the handle on afterwards. You're actually probably not supposed to pick it up by the handle. And then the other thing about cranberry glass is it's mostly for decorative use. It is expensive to make, beautiful to look at. So you want to take care of it and look at it. So with that being said, I have some pieces here, and we have some pieces obviously made in England, and some pieces, more well-known pieces, are by Pilgrim or Fenton, like the more modern collectible, I should say modern, the non-Victorian collectible cranberry glass is more like Pilgrim and Fenton. But this piece right here is a Venetian cranberry glass, and you can actually see some of the gold right there on the edges. So that is a really good sign. So a piece like this I might put up for sale around $175, which seems so crazy, but honestly, there's a really big collector world out there for cranberry glass. And you can see the detailing even on the bottom for like a little pedestal. And so you can see the gold flecks all throughout that. So there's that piece of cranberry glass. And you guys might hear me talking quite often that I have a little bit of a Fenton collection. So can you guys tell which ones are my Fenton pieces? I've actually even looked this piece up. Some people have claimed this to be Fenton. I am not exactly sure. But we can kind of tell that those are my Fenton pieces over here. Yeah, I have my decanter here. And these pieces here have what's called a hobnail texture to it. And it's just all these little bumpies, right? So Fenton pieces do have a lot of hobnailing, and a lot of people do really like that look and that collection. So all three of these pieces are Fenton. This piece right here is Fenton, and then this piece right here might potentially be Fenton. And now, does anyone know how we get the white that's on our cranberry glass? Let's see if any of you know how that is made. Oh, wait, is that a chippy? How did that happen? Look at that. Oh, no. So what's interesting besides that chippy that now I'm sad about, I honestly thought that there was like a little decanter top for this one too. So we have all these pieces at the top of my piano, and obviously the kids play piano. So I'm like, what is happening here? But anyways, does anyone know how we get this white detailing on the glass? I have a feeling somebody out there must be typing because nobody is saying, I don't know. If you don't know, that's fine. You can say, I don't know. Not stretching. So if the cranberry color, Mel says no. So if the not dripping, nope. So if the cranberry color is made from, hey Annette. If the cranberry color is made from adding the gold, the 24 karat gold into the glass itself, how we make this right here, how we make this is like a milky white opalescence, which is different than opalite, but this is like called an opalescence. And how we how they make this, I'm not a glass making expert, but how you would make this is you would first make your piece like you would like a cranberry glass piece like this. And then if I wanted to have white opalescent detailing on it, I would put my glass back into what is called the glory hole. Do you guys, have you ever heard of that? It's called the glory hole, you guys. It's where you have your glass piece and it's on the rod or whatever, and you open up the heat oven thing, it's all firing in there, and you put your glass piece in there, and the chemical compounds within the glass are going to reheat, and when they reheat after that, all the tips are going to give that opalescent milky white color. So you, or I guess you could try to more individually put heat to specific points, but it looks like Fenton probably does that where they just stick pieces in and get it really hot at the points that they want to turn that opalescent color. And then they probably popped it out, it cooled down, and then they applied a handle at the end. So there's that piece. And this is one of my favorite pieces here. It's the decanter. There's nothing wrong with it, thank God. This one is just a little baby. And then let's talk about this one here. This one is called the cabbage rose Fenton design here. And you can see there's all these cabbage roses. Now these are very desirable, and the most expensive pieces that are more like Fenton or Pilgrim or more modern pieces, not the Victorian pieces, are the lamps. So if you guys find cranberry lamps, you have a really good deal. You can see I'm missing the hurricane at the top, but just this base itself is going to be quite desirable. And so this style, I think, is called a Gone with the Wind style from the Gone with the Wind movie. And you can see it will do this bubbling down here, and then there will be another, either like a round thing up at the top, I believe, another round glass piece. So what I could potentially do is I could potentially buy another piece off of eBay, and it might cost me $70, $90 for just that little piece at the top. But as a whole set, I might be able to get in the hundreds of dollars for this lamp. But for now, it's in my cranberry glass collection here. Now, oh, Julia says, the show Blown Away on Netflix tells a lot about glass things, and you see people making some. So yes, I've heard about that being said before. Awesome. Okay, so let's see. The one more thing I wanted to say about the Milky White as well is, even though it's a more modern process, this Milky White, it actually started becoming really popular in the 1880s, I believe, 1880s. So yeah, again, the Victorian period. And now that I am holding this up, I'm like, I can't unsee this crack. I don't even know how that happened. All right. The last thing I wanted to show you that I don't think is cranberry glass. It looks more like an amethyst glass, but it looks bohemian, doesn't it? So let me know if you guys know anything, but I grabbed this piece because it has the Lily of the Valley, I think it's enamel on it. This feels like enameling, and you can see this is not flash on glass. This is actually the color of the glass itself, and it is brush painted with the gold. Usually they would use a 24 karat gold for painting, and then I believe this is just painted on detail. But I wanted to show you guys that and how beautiful this little piece is. I keep this one up there too, and I also have like some milk glass Fenton up there and other pink pieces that are not cranberry glass. But yay, that is my little collection. If you're wondering what this is called a vinegar cruet, I believe. At first I thought, I actually still am thinking it might be a little mini decanter, because do you see that, I don't know, what is this, like matte finish or sanded look? Like usually you see that when you put like a little stopper in the top. So I'm not really sure, but this is, sometimes people would see things like this and call this a thumbprint, but I actually don't think it's a thumbprint. This might actually be called something else, like a dimpled effect or something like that. So there we go. That is my little collection. I'm still trying to add to my Fenton collection and my cranberry glass collection. And you guys already know that I do collect flow blue glass and things like that. But, you know, I'm a newbie collector. And so when I find things I like, there we go. I have a lot of years left in me to keep collecting and adding more beautiful cranberry glass. And so maybe in a year, I'll show you more of my cranberry glass collection. Maybe I'll have the top piece to that lamp. All right. So, oh, that is a cruet, she said. So she's saying, Connie is saying this is a cruet. Lovely. Even if it has the little thing in there. Okay, this actually makes me want to go back to the antique store and buy more cranberry glass. Yay. All right, so I'm going to start with the jewelry pieces here. And I have all of these other pieces back here all put up for pre-bidding. So I will bring those to stage later. If you put a pre-bid in, make sure you do that now so that I can bring those to stage, because first we're going to start with the jewelry and then we'll get into the other goodies. And so I guess, are you guys ready? If you guys are here, say I'm ready, because I know sometimes we end up watching football, or I don't even know. Is it football season? Are we in baseball season? Not even sure. All right, we have Wendy ready, and we have Tony ready. Let's see. Sandy, are you ready? We have Annette ready. We have Justine ready. We have Curry and Julia and Mel. Yay. Okay. So I'm going to start off with these here. These are really, really pretty Judy Lee. Marissa, were you here for my cranberry glass lesson? So we have, oh, and I have Sterling today. So these right here are the Judy Lee climbers. Look at those marquee shaped prong set rhinestones. And I love the texturing behind this big, massive statement rhinestone. So these are more like collector's pieces. They do have the riveting there on the back. They are marked Judy Lee. These I did have in my antique booth for $18, and they were there for about a month, and now they're here. So I'm going to start these at $9. There we go. Yeah, so you'll learn a lot about cranberry glass, and then you're going to want to start collecting cranberry glass. Oh, and by the way, I'm doing another $2 buyer's choice later, but Gideon, I didn't even know that he ended up taking a picture of himself on my iPhone. So if you see in the store and you're wondering, who is that, the cutest little boy I've ever seen? That is who that is. Oh my gosh, you guys, someone put in some awesome pre-bids. All right, guys, go put your pre-bids in now. Now. Okay. All right, so let me start these at $9, and these are running. D is in at 11. And if you have seen my latest YouTube video, give me a thumbs up in the chat, because some of these pieces, actually almost all of them in the back is what I picked up from the antique store. Hey, Brooks Mama. All right, we're at 13 seconds for the clip-ons. And D, you got them for 11. Awesome. All right, we're going to do I have 2 of these left. So if you buy 3, you're going to get another one of these as the giveaway. So buy 3, you get the Hold My Spot or Read, Sleep, Repeat. Yay, you met with Justine and scheduled your very first live for Tuesday. Woohoo! Awesome. Justine, I hope you are okay with that because people have been messaging me sometimes, actually quite often lately, and I'm just like, Justine. Like, Justine can help you with that. Okay, let me put Dee's name on here. Here's my marker. All right, Dee, you're at number 1. And you guys want to see my notes? This is how my brain works. I think I have something going on, but this was my notes, you guys. I am not organized. So when I was talking to some of our members behind the scenes about like my weaknesses, I think organization is definitely on the top. But I'm not like, I'm not a pro at organizing things. Okay, I'm kind of like on the fly kind of gal. All right. So let me pull up. Ooh. All right, let's grab. I'm going to grab. Let's do this one. All right, where's my little pendant in here? Here he is. Move to stage. All right, so this one is a cloisonne. It looks like a quail or a robin bird. It has the enameling within the metal. Usually cloisonne is with brass. This one is just with metal, and it is marked Sarah Coventry right down there on the back. Sweet little pendant. And this one I'm starting at 5. I forgot to show you guys comps. I was going to show you guys comps on really expensive cranberry glass. So I'm going to do that too. All right, we're at 10 more seconds for our pendant. Let's see. eBay. Here we go. All right, this one's ended. If anyone wants me to bring that one back, I will. Okay, so let me just show you some of these pieces. So this is the engraved antique Victorian piece. It says 2 of them, so there might have been 2 for $700. Look at this one. I forget what those are called, where they can come out, like they're glass pieces that you can remove. Sometimes there are, I don't think they're custard. They're uranium style where they will glow. And then there's a bohemian. So I wanted to show you. Oh, and how do I say that? An Epern. Noah. Ooh, whoa, look at that. Miriam Haskell pink cranberry Baroque glass. Oh my goodness. That's like a dream, right? Justine's like, I don't know. Look at that. Ooh, the jewelry makes me see. This one is cranberry and uranium. That's what makes me think that this one might have some uranium in it too. Do you see that green down at the bottom? I wanted to show you guys. Oh, another lamp. Ooh, look at this pulled feathering. Gorgeous. Ooh, another Epern. So definitely some things to be on the lookout for. Mary Gregory, another good name to look out for. More lamps. As you can see, this is the opalescent Fenton hobnail. Best offer on $450. That's insane. Yeah, you can see a lot of lamps do really, really well. This is a Moser. Look at the Moser. Oh my gosh. I've heard it said a lot of different ways. It's a confusing word. Yeah, like cloisonne, or what are some other ones? Oh, people say I say jewelry wrong all the time. Oh well. Oh well. All right. I'm going to pull up these right here. These are some onyx and sterling silver. It's kind of like bezeled sterling silver and onyx earrings. They are marked CID, which is a designer. So let me figure that out because I did write it down in here. Here we go. It is Clyde Dunier. And I'm starting these studs off at $10. I know that just like the height and how much sterling is there is awesome. All right, we have a net in at 10. They totally remind me of Mexico earrings, and they might be. I don't know who Clyde is. Doesn't sound like a Mexican name, but it's beautiful. We're at 4 more seconds. 2 and 1. Awesome. Annette, that is number 1 for you. Purge. Okay, so I think that's going to be the new strategy. I guess not even a strategy, but my new thing that I love. I kept ranting the other day, or even this morning. I was like telling my husband, I was like, James, do you want to hear something? He was like, yes, Rachel, what? And I was like, my love cup was totally filled yesterday teaching everybody on our Jewels and Lots group all about jewelry, and that's what I love. And so I was like, I'm just gonna do a lot of teaching because that's honestly where my heart is. I love it. Love. Hey Ziggy. Wait, is his name James? My husband? Yeah, my husband's name is James. All right, let me pull this piece. So this one looks like Black Hills Gold, doesn't it? I'm not sure if it is or not. It is on a sterling chain, and this is sterling silver and onyx. And it does say, it is stamped right there, sterling and then something. Someone else had written that this was by the brand Uncas, but I know that Uncas is the U with the arrow through it. And I don't know, but yeah, Black Hills Gold Company does use the 14 karat gold, the rose gold, the copper, the mixed metals. And yeah, so I'm not sure because it kind of, the rest of the description kind of fell through over there. So yours had gold fleck though. Was it gold fleck in the stone? So there is, I'm not sure if this is part of the stone because onyx can have like some irregularities to the stone. So I'm not sure if that is irregularity or like a scratch. It doesn't feel like it is to that stone that's like pronged in here. So this one I am starting at 30 and this one is running. You think they're antique? I'm actually wondering if this one is antique, like older than Black Hills Gold Company, right? Maybe. Because yeah, a lot of really older pieces will not put 925. They'll actually write out sterling. So that might be right. Awesome. I will put that one probably as a buy it now. Good. Okay. So these here are fun. These are the Victorian steel buttons. See that pierced steel look? You'll find buckles and things like that made out of that like pierced steel. Kind of looks like marcasites, but it's actually just steel. And then it has the brass backs. So this is super fun, and you can even make jewelry out of these. Remember I showed you the black French jet that someone turned into earrings? I think it was Sandy. Was it Sandy or Dee? One of you had purchased them. Uh-oh, I accidentally put these on for a minute. But, okay, so Sandy got them. And yeah, so these are going to be a set of 3, and these are running for 6, the Victorian buttons. And unfortunately, I don't know why, but they are at a minute, so we'll stare at the buttons for a little bit. And I'll pull up this one next. And we're at 20 seconds. Yay. Mel is in at 6. Here's our backs. Oh, this feels so nice to have this old history in your hand. We're at 5 more seconds. Mel, you got these. I did think of you when I was picking these out. And I was also thinking my mom. She would love something like this as well. That's something right up my mom's alley. Thank you, Mel. All right, next, I had this piece for $40 in my booth. This one is a sterling. Ooh, it's actually a good chunk of sterling. It's a sterling 925 Mexico brooch and pendant, and it says TR 184. It is a knot, so maybe like representative of a love knot. But here is the pendant right there in the back. We have the brooch clasp here. This looks older. And there's the marking right there in the back. Had it for $40. Booth number 110. Shout out to my booth at Wooden Chair Antiques. I know Meg, Mama Meg, she went to go visit my booth. And this one, where did I put it? No, here it is. This one I have for $25. And sterling silver and gold are definitely really, really good investments at this point. So if you guys do want to invest in jewelry that you know will increase in value, definitely go for the higher end vintage costume jewelry brands, sterling and gold. And I honestly think that might be what Marissa's doing because Marissa's been buying a lot of sterling because the market is always going up right now. All right, let me put that one to the side. Okay, I'm going to do something that I put through on last minute. And I wasn't going to bring it because I said in my video, I said, if anybody wants it, make sure that you let me know in the video. Otherwise, I was just going to put it up on eBay because it could potentially go for like $175 or something stupid. So I put it up, you guys. I'm like, I'll just put it up for you guys. And guess what? There's already a pre-bid. So I'm putting it up for $40. So, I mean, plenty of room if you want to, let your kitty sleep on it a little bit and then resell it for sure. But this one is a Mackenzie Childs pillow, very whimsical, and it actually would probably fit really well into my own decor in my living room because I have obviously the cranberry colors and these green colors. Probably not a lot of patterning. Oh, I also have the mustard. So this is double-sided. We have the stripes and then we have the polka dots, and it is Mackenzie Child right there. So you guys, we're going to run this one and move to stage and start. We have D in for 40 for our Mackenzie Child pillow. There we go. All right, we're at 14 seconds for our pillow. It is. And D, you got it. Woohoo! This is headed your way. Awesome. Yay! I know. Enjoy it. Resell it. Whatever you would like. All right, I'm going to pull this one up. I'm telling you guys, I brought some higher end pieces today. So, all right. This piece here is my Jomaz ring. This is a Joseph Mazer cocktail ring, and there is some rusty red enameling with the royal blue enameling. There's a tiny bit of enamel loss right there, but we all know Joseph Mazer right there brings a lot of money and is highly collectible. This one is a size 8. So if you care about the size or you just want to collect it. It gives me the Joan Rivers vibe here. And this one I'm starting at 30. For this ropey enameled statement. Would this be considered cocktail? No, just a statement ring, right? And this one, we're at 15 seconds for the Jomaz. And 5 more seconds. 2 and 1. All right, let's put that one off to the side. Let me show you guys this here. This brooch, I don't even know. Someone repurposed it by putting glass beads with it. This does not go. This is a broken brooch that might be Juliana or Shriner, because it is definitely something. Everyone look, this is like fruit salad loveliness right here. So I did actually pay up. I paid $16 for this piece knowing that this is broken, but I definitely know once I fix this, this is going to be very much worth my time and money for this. This fruit salad look right here is very desirable. And once I find out who this is, I could add a little bit more value once I can attribute it. And I love all the different textures. We have the Givre glass, Givre, where it has the that milky color with the colored glass right there in the middle. And then Sabrina glass is very similar, where it looks like it's striping. I don't see any iris glass, but we have the baguettes, we have the marquee, we have teardrops. So absolutely stunning. So I'll probably put these into craft at some point, but I wanted to share that with you guys. All right, let me pull this one up. Here's another collector's piece. This is verified on isitjuliana.com by D&E Juliana, but this is not a rhinestone encrusted piece. This one's actually D&E partnering up with Celebrity New York to bring this piece. Now this, I think, is glass, like a molded glass, I think. I'm trying to feel through the back. Like the back does look like glass, doesn't it? Can't say for certain. It does feel a little cold, but it is like this Moroccan style. I believe it's called the Moroccan necklace. And it looks like that. And bringing it to you guys first, if you like to collect Juliana, this one I'm starting at 30 for the Celebrity New York Juliana necklace. And we're at 15 seconds. Eight more seconds. 2 and 1. All right, let me put that one over here. Let's grab this one. This one is the rustic cuff stainless steel bracelet, and it has the ruby red rhinestones. This one is really, really well made, and it will last you a really long time. It does say rustic cuff. That is the brand, and it is a higher end, well-made brand if you've ever resold it before. And I'm starting this one at, what did I say? 10. Let's see. And let me just get my sizer out real quick. This one is just shy of 7 inches. So if you have a smaller wrist, Tony, or Sandy, this one would fit you really nicely. And it's really, really pretty. And it's a really nice weight. Like this one feels like something you want to wear regularly. And we have Sandy in at 10 for this little beauty. ISO is in at 11. Thank you. Let me know your name so I can so I can say your name. Sandy's in at 12. And ISO is at 13. Sandy's at 14. And ISO is at 15. And ISO 488973. Thank you so much. Okay, let me pull these up. So this would be if you are a collector of stick pins, or you are a collector of Monet, or you want to resell. All of these are Monet stick pins here. And they actually look like they should have a brooch that goes along with it. I've seen brooches in this style before. So this bundle here, I am starting at 6 for all 3 of these. We have the silver tone tassel, which would look super cute with those Monet tassel Cetoir necklaces. And we have this one here, and then like a knot. And we're at 10 more seconds, starting at 6 for our stick pin bundle. We have a net in at 6. Oh, if anybody is at 3 already, let me know, and I'll let you pick your big bookmark. All right, awesome. Annette, these are coming to you. All right, I saw a pre-bid alert. You have the knot one? All right, pre-bid on this. I'm going to guess who pre-bid on this, and I could be wrong, but I have a feeling Dee might have pre-bid on this. So this one is not Murano. It does not have a polished base on it. It does have like these pulled feet. I'm not even sure if I'm saying that right, but the detail on this is stunning, colorful, confetti, beautiful. So this one, Dee was not. Sandy, you are in at 12 for our basket. Yay! Surprise, surprise. I actually sing that to my husband a lot because I surprise him daily. Do you guys know that? Surprise, surprise. You might not know what I'm talking about, but I do that a lot to my husband. All right, Sandy. Woohoo! You got this twisty loveliness. Dee could explain this so much better than I can. All right, so the seller who's coming after me is Wendy, I believe, right, Wendy? All Things Lovely. That's coming to Sandy. So, right? Yes. Okay, awesome. Perfect. All right, did anyone get 3 yet? Let me know. All right, next we're going to do this Brighton bracelet, and this one says embrace the journey. We have the Brighton scrolling on the underneath side and on the sides here. It is marked Brighton on the fold over, and it is 7 1/4 inches. And ISO is in at 10 for our Brighton. We're at 12 more seconds for our Brighton chain bracelet. 2 seconds. 1. Thank you so much. Awesome. All right. ISO. All right. I'm going to bring, which ring? This one here? I think I got this from Hint of Violet or Lasonia. I know I got this from one of my sellers here. So we're going to bring up Mr. Frog Lips now with his big bulbous eyes. I was so excited to find a brass frog. So stinking adorable. And he might be an ashtray. Like, can you imagine just being real bougie and just sticking your cigarette right here and just living the life. I mean, not that's, having cigarettes is living the life, but I actually don't smoke myself, but I'm just imagining the woman who owned this frog at one point in her life. So there we go. Who needs brass frog? And so I'm starting him at 20, which might seem like a lot, but after I saw some of the comps on eBay, I was like, oh, okay, this might be something really great. So we're starting him at 20, our Mr. Frog with his lips. And wait, is there something in there? I feel weird. Okay, nope, nothing in there. You can use him for Q-tips. Oh my gosh. That would be like the most bohemian bougie thing to do, is to have him in your bathroom holding something. All right, frog has ended. I don't think you would want him to hold your jewelry though, because it might get lost in his belly. All right, let's do my little baby here. So here's our little baby picture. It's a little studio art piece, and Serafina actually took a little bit of studio art classes, pottery classes during the summer, and she told me how hard it was to make anything. It is signed by something I don't even know. It looks like a number 9. So there we go. Maybe part of the Borg, number 9, made this pottery vase here. And I'm starting this one at just $5. There we go. Little baby vase. I guess we can consider it a bud vase. Aw, Annette! Yay, you love my bud vase. I'm so happy. It does look like a heart, doesn't it? And we're at 8 more seconds. 2 and 1. Yay, this one's going to Annette. All right, speaking of pottery, I have this piece here. And this is called Tonala, and a lot of times it would be Tonala, Mexico, but guess what? This is not Tonala, Mexico. This is Tonala, United States. This is Arizona right there. And this one feels like it's really old because look at the bottom here. And this is with me washing it. Like, it has sat somewhere for a super duper duper long time. This is an old piece. And I washed it with Clorox wipes and everything, and it's still very, what should we say, rustic? So it is a picture. There's nothing wrong with it. It has the hand-painted Mexican Tonala style. Can I say Mexican style? But that is what this looks like. A lot of times you'll see birds or butterflies in this style right here. And this one, I am starting at 12. Okay. So the color scheme here is a little bit opposite of what we talked about earlier, how the Victorians had bright colors. This one is more muted Tonala coloring happening, like a grayish green. And we are at 8 more seconds for our Tonala picture. 2 more seconds. 1. All right, let me put this one off to the side. And speaking of which, someone needs this in their life, okay? This is a piece of folk art. Look at this lady. Someone needs her. So when I tried looking her up, I saw a lot of different things like Venezuelan, South American, Guatemalan, but also Mexican. So I couldn't say for sure if this is South American or Mexican, but it's one of those where it's one of those movable toy folk art pieces. And yeah, she has like all these handmade details, and she grinds the masa, right? The corn to make the flours for tortilla and stuff. And have you guys ever been in a Mexican restaurant and your eyeballs just go everywhere looking at all of their folk art on the walls and they're like shadowing vignettes of different villages? And I can just totally see something like this being part of that decor. So if you collect global pieces, here we go. Very interesting. And I'm going to start this one at 12. And she is running. There we go. I'm not sure how she's constructed. Her dress is glued to the floor. Oh, wait, she has a string. Does this do anything? It does! Oh my gosh. You guys, look. Okay, someone bid on her now. She's way cooler. Look at this. I did not know that that string did something. Okay, we're at 4 more seconds for our folk art lady. All right, if anybody wants me to rerun her, I will. Otherwise, we're just going to talk with her, making her pretend masa. All right, next I have the, let's do this one. This boho jute hand embroidered clutch purse. And it's actually double-sided. So there's this side is decorated as well. So vintage bohemian. And it is not a repro. This is like that crinkling 70s, 80s wipeable interior. Sandy, stop. So it might need straps, but honestly, you could totally just have it as a clutch. Super cute. And this would be really in right now for the summer jute style. D is in for 12. That just sounds so terrible, Sandy. I knew Justine would be dying. Okay, there's Justine dying. And we're at 2 more seconds. 1. Thank you, Dee. Woohoo! All right, let me do a couple more pieces here. And then we'll do our buyer's choice. All right, I'm going to run this one. This is our small, look at the small needle point. This is like petty point. That is, yeah, that does sound wrong. Shame on you, Justine. Shame, shame. I'm just kidding. This one is made in Scotland. And if you guys remember, there was actually quite a bit of staining right here. And so I just used, what did I use? Spray and wash very lightly, like a tiny bit, and then rubbed it on there. And it did actually take out almost all of it. Like you can barely even see it, but on the back, I didn't really use it. So you can still see a tiny bit right there. And it actually looks less noticeable in person than it does on camera. But I did rescue it. Woohoo! And if anybody loves the tiny petty point or embroidery like I do, and it does say made in Switzerland, we are going to run this one for 5. It is, yes. We're at 15 seconds for our Switzerland. Oh, Curry, thank you. It does. It does. I agree. And I used to do a lot of cross stitching, not embroidery, but I've like cross stitched gifts for people, like wedding presents and stuff. And I absolutely love it. I love it so much. You guys, this is why we're making a maker's market, because I'm going to teach you guys how to do all the things, and you guys are going to teach me how to do all the things. We just have to get district up and running really well so that I can be the teacher and not have to sell anything. And so everything will just be so fantastic. I'm pretty excited about all that. Yay, Marissa. I'm excited about the Maker's Market too. Marissa's going to teach us all the things. Hey, Dawn, welcome in. All right, cherished. All right, let's do this one here. Now, this one is petty point. And this is a West Germany piece. So look at how old this is. That this looks like Victorian, but it's probably not because it's a compact holder. So it's a zip around compact holder, maybe 1950s. But doesn't this look so old with the black background? I love it. West Germany, and it does say something else on the zipper. But if you guys come across purses and things like that with the tiny petty point like this, definitely grab it. This a lot of people do collect this small tiny petty point look. And this one I'm starting at 15, and it is a sweetie. Hey Pura, welcome in. We have D in for 15. And we're at 8 more seconds. 2 and 1. All right, you know what? I think you're well past your 3. I just realized that. D, which one would you like? Would you like hold my spot? Or would you like read, sleep, repeat? Yellow or blue? Spot. Okay. D. Okay. I'm going to show you this. I'm going to run this starting at 2. You guys can do with it what you will. But I unbagged this. I bought this from the antique store. And I was like, ooh, West Germany. These are glass. This feels really heavy, well made. And then it does have that West Germany aluminum metal all through it. So I don't think that this is a hook that has been put on something else. Like even these pieces match this. Here is what I'm super confused about. Where is the other side? I'm so confused. I don't know if someone just hooked this on randomly like this, or if someone hooked this onto something and it looked more like a rosary. I have no idea, because look at this. You guys, have you ever seen this before? What am I missing here? So I'm going to run this starting at 2. And if you guys, I mean, this does fit over the head. So you could even wear this in the back. And they're super beautiful. And you can hear the sounds. Gorgeous. But I don't even know what to call it. So I'm starting this one at 2. And start. Mel is in at 2. Curry's in at 3. Curry, I absolutely loved hearing about your collection yesterday. And you guys, Curry is coming in later today to talk to us about more collectibles. And this is going to be her first time on our Antiques and Collectibles. So make sure you go support her, buy things. Sometimes it can be hard to sell the more collectible items. So do us a huge favor. Go pre-bid on some of her things, because that honestly will totally make her day and my day, because then I'll feel like, yay, I'm helping somebody. No pressure, you guys, no pressure. But it is a little bit more challenging to live sale things like this. So whenever it is, we do make a sale and it's something you guys love, it's like, yay, it's so rewarding. So, all right, so this one's going to Mel. Thank you, Mel. I'm going to do this piece here. I'm going to start at $2. Oh, yay, all your pre-bids are up and ready. This has AB coated rhinestones, and this one is a Coro. Dun, 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 dun. I'll start this one for 2. I know, I'm insane. What am I doing? I feel like Felicia, the pack rat queen, would think I'm absolutely nutso, but here we go. Flower bouquet brooch by Coro. And Annette is in at 2. Dawn at 3. Annette at 4. Two more seconds. And Annette, you got it. Annette, was that your third? Do you get this? Read, sleep, repeat? I think so. Awesome. Purge. And purge. Thank you, Annette. Woohoo. All right, let's do this one for 2. It's gorgeous. And I'm wondering if I bought it from one of you guys because I was going to repair it. I'm not even sure. If it's one of you, I don't even remember. But it is a cameo, blue rhinestones all on the outside. Kathy, if you're here, I have blue bling. This actually does look like carved. Is this a carved shell? Oh no, it might just be carved resin. But it is a pendant or a brooch. The coating on these 4 pearls needs some help. And I was going to repair it, but since it was sitting here, I was like, oh, I'll just bring that to auction for you guys. So here we go. I put it in my little Venetian bowl. And this one is running for $2. Annette is in for 2. Dawn is at 3. Ten more seconds for our cameo bling brooch. 2 more seconds. 1. And Dawn, what a score. Woohoo! Thank you, Dawn. Okay. I'm going to give myself a little bit of time here. Let's see. Miss Meow. Before we go raid, you guys give me a shout out if you want me to rerun anything, okay? So we have, not this, we have our frog. We have our masa lady. We have our Jomaz ring, our puffy sterling pendant brooch, our really old sterling onyx pendant necklace, our Sarah Coventry bird pendant, or our Juliana and celebrity necklace. Give you guys some thoughts on that. Otherwise, I'm probably just going to run this one again while you guys think on that. Here we go. Move to stage. Restart. All right. Oh, the bird. Okay, perfect. Here we go. Sarah Coventry, bird, and it is running for 5. It's like a dove or a something. Robin? Well, you know, Sandy, I can't collect too many things. I have to be specific in my collection. All right, awesome. This is coming to you. All right, you guys, put on your seatbelts. Let's go raid Wendy. Make sure you give her lots of support, encouragement, all the things. I'm excited to always have new sellers over here. And yay, you guys are awesome. And if you haven't watched where I talked about the history of glass and cranberry glass, make sure you rewatch that first part. All right, let's go ahead.